Welcome to our long dance this week. Check the mic once in a while. It's a very difficult time in our country right now. Our nation's capital and all of the state capitals are preparing for the possibility of a siege, and it's very, very unsettling and disturbing. And so we offer an hour of calming and balancing dances and practices to help us all stay centered and keep breathing throughout whatever is happening all around us. Welcome to our home. If you've not been to this circle before, it's a nice, easy hour of dancing, especially with the LongDance. Very simple dances. I will review each dance before we begin, and if you are a teacher or if you would just like more information about the dances and the music, if you look under the event page today on the discussion tab, all of the details for today's dances will be posted, the music links, and also I made a number of YouTube teaching videos yesterday that are also links to the event. So you have all of that available. If you're having any technical difficulties, Diane is monitoring the comments. If it's not loud enough, there's an issue with the video, just post a comment and we'll try to correct it as we go along. We're going to get started with something new and old. The words are "Come, come, whoever you are," which you may know as some words that are etched on the tomb of the poet Rumi. Come, come, whoever you are, ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, wherever you are, this caravan has no despair. We're actually going to be circling back to these words with a different dance later in the hour. But for now, I wanted to just bring us together with a very simple Bravo step with some music that I just came across the other day. This is by Jennifer Russell, and I really like the arrangement. It's very sweet and warm, and it's a nice way for us to come together. So we're going to do a grapevine to the right, 2, 3, and just 2 touches. We have our V hold. So this is all we need for our beginning dance. And if you want a little bit more, if you want to add some variation, you can always add a turn on top of the grapevine as an option. So let's come together with "Come, come, whoever you are." Hard to get to.
Yeah, it is.
Keeping an eye on the mic, sometimes it disconnects itself over there. All right, here we go. gather us together this evening. So there have been quite a few online circles and workshops happening, especially over the holidays and the new year. And Laura Shannon is one of several teachers that have been offering a lot of opportunities to dance together online, to learn some new dances. And this is one that she has been teaching in some of her recent workshops. This is called Keesher bar. It's an Armenian wedding dance, and it could be interpreted as night dance. It's a govend, and it has a solemn ceremonial feeling to it. And one mode that it is danced traditionally is in a wedding, with the wedding party dancing around the wedding couple to give them blessings. And there's a particular way that we do that with this dance. And that's with a gentle bounce. So with each beat, there's a little double bounce, but it's very subtle. So side, cross, side. I'm just going to show you the feet. Side, cross, side, yeah. So the pattern is side, cross, side, and touch. I'm going to show you the feet. But I think the most important thing is just from the beginning, just start feeling this little double bounce, side, cross, side, touch. It's quite subtle, but it carries on throughout. And what Laura says about this pumping action is that in the traditional setting in Armenia, this is a way that the circle draws up energy from the earth into the circle, into the wedding couple that are celebrating, and beyond that, into and around the community. So side, cross, side, touch, side, cross, side, touch. All with this gentle. She also talks about a lullaby sense in the way it's so gentle. It's as if the kind of motion that you would use if you were holding a baby and just naturally rocking it. It's just a very, very gentle rocking. And then there's just one more piece to add, which is the hands. And we're going to the right. The hands go to the right. And so for the first three steps to go, the hands go right, left, right, and hold. And then we reverse it, left, right, left, and hold. So with the feet, side, cross, side, and touch, side, cross, side, and touch, side, cross, side, and touch, side, cross, side, and touch. So the hands move for the first three beats, and they stay still for the fourth beat. Okay? The other thing you may have noticed is that it's a fairly unusual dance that it doesn't progress. We have as many steps to the right as to the left. If you see us progressing, it's because we've noticed this morning when we were practicing the dance. I just naturally tend to take bigger steps to the right. So, and it's not critical that you take exactly the same size steps to the right and left. Wherever you're doing it is fine, but the same amount of energy and steps to the right and left is a major balancing factor, balancing benefit of this dance, if you will. I think we're going to, even though I normally would be facing away from the camera so that you and I are always going in the same direction, I think for this dance, I'm going to have a space over here so that you can be seeing our hands, and just know that, just remember that you're going to start to the right with the foot and the hands, even though I'm going in the opposite direction from you. So that's probably sufficient introduction. So this is called Keesher bar, and it's got a gorgeous piece of music, a piece of oud music that Laura used with this dance. It has a somewhat long introduction, a taksim, to help us get into the mood and the flow, and then when you start hearing the melody is when we'll start dancing. Okay? Keesher bar. traditional hand hold if you're in a group is a pinky hold, and the hands are about at heart level and slightly forward. And again, it's just a gentle swing of the arms, not a large movement. Keesher bar. So from Keesher bar, we're going to go to a dance. I don't think we've done this dance in this circle in Knoxville for a long time. I think we learned this at one of the Holy Mountain dance camps. And I saw it in one of the online sessions this week, and it just kind of tweaked my memory a little bit about the dance, and especially this beautiful song. This is called One Breath, and the steps are by Astrid Hudson, and the music is by One Sky Band. You can find their website online, and the words are really beautiful. If you would like to sing along, I invite you to do that. I'll give you the words, and they'll be repeated several times during the song. One breath, breath of eternity, one song becomes a symphony. A heart beating in harmony with you, blessed one. So I think this is a good dance for bringing our breath and our heartbeat into sync with each other around the circle and with the higher spirits around us. So it has two parts. To begin with, we're going to the right with the right foot. We have a slip step and a Yemenite, and as usual I'll show you the feet first and then I'll add the hands in. So with the right foot, slip step to the right, 1, 2, 3, and a Yemenite, back together, forward. Repeat, right together, right, back together, forward, right together, right, and back together, forward. We do 3 of those. To face the center, we have 4 sways. 2, 3, 4. The arms are in W hold, except for the Yemenite. Well, not quite. That's not quite right. During the first part, we change our arms during the Yemenite. During the first and third beats of the down, the arms go back together, forward. So the first and third beats, down and up. And then for the sway, at the end, the arms come down, and then during the last sway is when we'll bring the arms back up to prepare for the beginning of the dance. So what it looks like with the arms, we begin in W hold, slip step, right together, right, down and up, and right together, right, back together, forward, right together, right, down and up, and sway, 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 arms rise and right together, right, down and up, right together, right, back together, forward, right together, right, down and up, and sway, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Lovely dance, beautiful, beautiful song. I hope you'll sing along. One breath. I could definitely see that going on for an hour with a big circle and maybe 2 or 3 different circles, and they're singing harmonies, and maybe a round with 2 or 3 different parts all weaving together. Yes, please. So this is a request from Diane. She had a birthday this week, and this is one of your favorite dances, maybe your favorite. One, yeah. This is Caravan. So we're going to circle back to the words that we started with by Rumi, or written on Rumi's tomb. Come, come, whoever you are. But this is a different dance, a very different pattern. So this is called Caravan. And, I think it's about the first long dance that I learned from Shaker once upon a time at a place called Holy Mountain. And very beautiful, very powerful dance. Shaker would teach it different ways, and one of the ways that he taught it, and I've never seen another dance taught this way, which he would put on a piece of music, the version of this recording that literally had no end, and he would just start us dancing, and the instruction would be, when you're complete with the dance, gently withdraw from the circle and go on to the next thing in your life. And so it was a dance with no ending, and we've done it that way in Knoxville different times. We're not going to use that mode tonight. I'm not quite sure how that would work in this situation, but we're going to dance it together. So the steps are by Hayat, and the music is by the Burns sisters. I'll remind you of the words. Come, come, whoever you are. This caravan, ours is not a caravan of despair. Come, come, whoever you are. This caravan has no despair. So this is a left-footed dance. We begin by walking to the right. Everything is 4 segments, and each segment will start with the left foot. And we begin facing to the right, and we're connecting around the circle with our right hand on the left shoulder in front of us. And we have 4 steps, and it's fairly slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the next 4 steps, we're going to drop the right arm. I'm going to turn in place or do a little walk around in place in 4 steps with the left arm rising and falling. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you finish. It's a little bit more than a full circle because you want to finish by facing the center with the 4th step. And now we're going to sway to the left, and the arms are going to do a cradling motion to the left. So we have 4 sways. Sway, 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 sway. If you were in a circle, the picture that you would want to create, the pattern would be to have everybody's arms overlapping a little bit with the cradle, so that it's kind of like if you were looking down from above, it would be similar to a flower opening and closing with this motion. Okay, so some overlap around the circle. 4 sways, sway, 2, 3, 4, and then for the last 4 beats, we're basically going to sway gently in place. The right hand is going to rise, and you're witnessing your hand rise. 1, 2, and the next 2 beats, the hand is going to fall. 3, 4, to come back to where we started on the left shoulder of the person ahead. So let me walk it through a few times, beginning with walking. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning, turn, 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 turn. Swaying left, sway, and cradling. 2, 3, 4, and then the right hand rises, witnessing the hand, and falling. 3, 4, and walk. 2, 3, 4, and turn. 2, 3, 4, and sway. 2, 3, 4, hand rising and falling. 2, I'll walk it through once more. Walking, walk, 2, 3, 4, turn with left hand rising. 3, 4, and sway. 2, 3, cradling whatever is precious to you, and hand rising. 2, 3, 4. Okay? So this is Caravan, a dance that's very, very special to Diane and I. This is not a piece of music that goes on forever, but it is a longer piece of music, about 8 minutes worth of music, enough time to really learn the dance and settle into the dance.
Perhaps 10,000
Wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving calm. Wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving calm. Come again, come, whoever you are. This caravan is not of despair. Come, come, whoever you are. This caravan has no despair. Even though you have broken your vows, perhaps 10,000 times, still come again, come, whoever you are, Wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving calm. Wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving calm. Come again, come, whoever
I'll just share with you one image of that dance that I hold in my heart. We've danced it many times in many places, and there was a time here, there was a period of time when there was a mother and daughter coming to the long dance. Daughter couldn't have been more than about 8. She was a beautiful young woman, and it may have been the first time she'd been to the long dance, but she fell in love with it, and she was dancing and thoroughly enjoying herself. And we finished our session that night with the long dance and the version where everyone leaves the circle when they're ready. And the last dancer dancing in the circle was the little girl, beautiful little girl, dancing by herself and just completely enchanted and enrobed by this beautiful dance. It was just so beautiful and so powerful. So, for our last dance, I had a bit of a dilemma this morning about this dance. So this is called Willow. It's one of the Bach flower dances. And so I had sent out the playlist yesterday, and I had an email from Martine Winnington last night, and she saw that I was planning to dance it with music by Noel Gadala and his English song that he has put to the traditional Latvian music. And she encouraged me to consider dancing it to the Latvian music. And she said that this is the way that Anastasia Gang had originally intended it to be danced, with that very powerful music. And she talked about the resonances in the music and the significance in the music. And so I danced both versions this morning, with the Latvian music and with Noel's music. And I really thought that Spirit would speak to me as to which version should be danced tonight, because I also love Noel's version because the words are so beautiful, and to me there's some connection with the dance because you can understand more about the nature, the purpose of the dance because of the words that have been put to it. It's not a translation of the Latvian. It's a different song, but it's about the willow and its place in, especially within goddess mythology in the European culture. So I don't know which version is better. I won't say. I think we should just dance to both pieces of music, and you can choose which you prefer, and I'll leave it to you. I'll show you the steps. The steps are the same for both pieces of music, and we'll just dance both, and you can have the experience and the benefit of each version of the music. So Willow, we're walking to the right. We begin with 4 steps to the right. We're holding hands in a V hold around the circle. It's a right-footed dance, 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show this from over here so you can see my hand, because the hands are important. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 4 steps, I'm going to curve into the center. My hands are going to come up as if they were going to a W hold, but or a basket weave hold. You know, they're going to go up and out, but we're not going to close the basket. We're going to keep the basket open with an open basket weave. So, and I just want to say, this is a dance that Martine brought to us 15, 16, 17 years ago here in Knoxville, and I have very fond memories of dancing this with Martine under the stars. So we curve in, the arms come up and out, and the arms are overlapping but not closing the basket. It's an open basket, and we're holding the energy in the circle with the palms facing the center, and we sway right, left, right, left. Now the last bit is a little bit hard to describe in this situation, but if you can remember the path that you took coming into the center, that curved path, you're going to take exactly the same path out, but just walking backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's this curved path in, you're going to walk in on that path, and you're going to walk back out on the same path. So let me walk it through a few times, 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, curving in, 2, 3. We have 4 sways, sway, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and walk, 2, 3, 4, curving in, 2, 3, 4, and sway, 2, 3, 4, curving out, 2. I'll do it one more time. Right foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, curving in, arms overlapping, an open basket weave, and sway, holding the energy in the basket in the center, curving out, 2, 3, 4. So those are the steps, and the other thing I wanted to say about the dance is just something about, as you may know, the Bach flower dances, each of them are associated with one of the Bach flower remedies. And so for the Willow remedy, the purpose is to cure despondency, despair, bitterness, and blame. And the benefit is to encourage optimism, faith, humor, and perspective. I think something, whether you're dealing with COVID or whether you're dealing with the current political situation in the U.S. or both or none of that, but whatever your particular situation is, these are things I think we can all use more of in our lives. So we're going to dance first with the Latvian music, and then second time to close with the music by LongDance.
Как улицы щемы, дай
Sacred to the
So we trust that our time together has helped you to be grounded and balanced for the coming week ahead, wherever you are, whatever you're dancing with and walking through and facing and So we're definitely sending breath and peace all around our country tonight, and we pray for peace and the ending of violence and a calming to come to our country and our world. So, thank you for coming to our circle tonight, coming into our home. Thank you for letting us into your homes and joining our circle around the world tonight. And we will be here next Sunday with more dances, dancing with whatever is in front of us, dancing whatever needs to be danced. Namaste, blessed be. Good night.